Welcome to North Hudson Public Works Committee meeting of Tuesday, September 21, 2021 at 5:30 p.m. Call to order, roll call, please.
Chair Pike.
Here.
Member Matz.
Here.
Member McGurin.
Here.
All right, item number 2 is approve the minutes of our last Public Works meeting.
Move to approve the minutes from the August 19, 2021 Public Works meeting.
Second.
All right, any adjustments?
Not that I saw.
Good to me. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, item number 3 is comments from the floor, and not only do we not have any chairs, but we have no people to sit in them, so we're good.
Well, thanks for throwing me under the bus.
Or a podium.
Item number 4, chair update. I have nothing new. Item number 5, engineering report.
Just a couple quick things. So the 35, we're just about to the end of the sewer and water. Sounds like Thursday. They're working on laterals. All the main is in. So it sounds, Thursday they're going to be done with that part.
With the laterals?
Yeah.
How about the storm sewer?
Storm sewer, they kind of been jumping around.
Have they
I
laid
know
any of
there's
that
still
pipe?
pipe out there.
Okay.
Yeah. But the underground sewer and water will be completely finished, so you can kind of put
Okay.
that behind us, which is good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the booster station up in the ridges, there's still some comments going back and forth between the designer and the DNR. Some questions that they're asking.
Oh,
So we just got some comments last week, so that's still in the review process.
okay.
So I'm thinking it's still gonna be, end of this year, beginning of next, before that thing will actually be up and running.
And they can't actually sell anything until it's up and running?
Occupancy
Occupant,
permits.
no occupancy permits?
Right. And you've seen there's nothing that's been started up there either for foundations or anything,
Okay.
so. But that's about all I got.
Do you have any timing on the northern stretch? It looks like the cement is down except for the one right turn going to the north. And then I was told they're gonna tear up the asphalt and then widen the road, repave about 2 inches
Oh.
deep.
Up by,
Yeah,
North
from north
of-
end to Summers.
yeah, I don't,
No timing on
Patrick's
They're
got it.
gonna mill that off, from what I understand, next week
next week, okay.
is when I believe Monarch is scheduled to come in and do that. And then, as far as the cement, I honestly don't remember if they were going to do that this week, but the plans change as soon as the meetings
Honestly,
are over, so.
People keep asking me, and I'm like, I could tell you today and tomorrow could change.
Yeah,
And weather
exactly.
sometimes changes it, and
Yeah,
And they still thinking mid-October completion?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
for at least North Hudson, or the whole thing,
The whole thing, kinda, yeah, they're.
okay.
yeah, you would,
All right.
yeah, sooner the better.
Yeah.
Any questions for Kevin? All right, that takes us to item number 6, director report, project and reporting updates.
So, just so you know, all the dirt work and, forms are put in for the sidewalk extension from 554
Okay,
to the north to Michelson. So they should be pouring that soon.
Who's doing that?
Chippewa Concrete.
So the same people that are doing our...
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they're gonna come through when they're pouring sidewalks or driveways or whatever. Just as they come through, then they'll pour that, and
Nice.
as part of the driveways and sidewalks, I noticed there was a few gaps and a sidewalk or two that they were doing, so they'll just do that at the same time?
Yep, yep, when they come through and clean everything up. And then I did see that they were down up on that end doing a lot of restoration and stuff. Everything looked pretty good up there. We did get the excuse me, the spray patching machine. Been using it all this week. I think it is working out good. I guess we'll have to wait and see what the numbers come in as and how much we get done. It was just kind of a bad turn of events that we got this storm. Now, I hate to leave that thing sit, so it's basically just been two of us doing cleanup, and I like to keep that moving because we are paying for it, so.
Right.
And kudos to you and your crew, man. You're doing a great job.
We did.
Agreed.
Did the best we could, so. We couldn't have got that grapple bucket at a better time.
No,
I know.
that's for sure. That was
Like
good
that,
timing.
we're just using the crap out of
The
that.
Lord must have known.
Yeah, it's been really handy. So, yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to bring up, we'll probably put that on a future agenda, is I've been talking with Kevin, and as far as the village of North Hudson itself, I would like to have our own construction standard and specifications book.
Okay.
So that we have our own, our guys know our stuff. We're not trying to learn somebody else's. I think it would create a lot less confusion. So that's what I want to budget for that this year. So I've already been talking to Kevin. They kind of have a template, and we'll just go over that, and I'll keep you guys in the loop as to how that process goes.
Okay.
I like it.
And that's basically all I have, I think. That's all we've been doing is spray patching and cleaning up.
Any questions for Patrick?
Nothing.
I did get confirmation from St. Croix Save a Tree. They'll be hopefully starting tomorrow, coming around.
Is that tomorrow they
Coming
start?
through,
Okay.
I
grabbing
have one
what they.
question. How about our GIS mapping? How's that going?
It's pretty much stagnant. Just because we didn't get anybody to respond to the interns.
Yep.
That's something that I would like to probably discuss during budget time this year too, to see if maybe there should be a dollar amount put with that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It just
I think
seems,
that's a great idea.
it just seems strange that we
Yeah.
didn't get anybody to.
Yeah, we
Maybe,
think-
maybe we have to, I'll have to ask around, I guess, and find out how that goes, but, yeah, as of right now, if the winter is not so bad, I'll try to get some done this winter. When all the leaves are off the trees, I was told by Kevin that that's usually a good time, because then you get good,
Yes.
accurate readings, so.
Awesome.
Yep.
Anything else? All right, that brings us to number 7, discussion, Public Works Capital and Equipment, current and 2022 budget. And I see we have a CIP draft for 2021 here. This is actually the real thing, isn't it?
No, I just put, well, it's off of the real thing. I just kind of made a draft. If you guys want to add anything, subtract anything, whatever, there isn't much to subtract, but
But all of this is what we're currently operating on, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Except for put in the, that Lemon Street, that small project, the
Oh, I see. Okay.
sidewalk, curb and gutter, and move the hydrant.
Okay. Why 2024? I thought you wanted to do that next.
I don't know.
Year.
I just kind of gave myself a little cushion, I guess.
So we got St. Croix Street, we're gonna pulverize and overlay the utilities. Wisconsin Street, which includes, so St. Croix, runs north and south, right? No,
East and west.
east and west.
Yeah.
And it's one up from Wisconsin?
Yeah.
So we wanna stagger those two, right?
It's one on the south side of Village Hall.
Yeah. So are we gonna try and stagger that next year?
I would think we should, yes.
Okay. So tell me what you're thinking about Galahad. Is that one of mine?
Well, you were in the discussion, I know.
Okay.
That was something that I know
Yeah.
Kevin and I had brought up, that was a while ago,
Yeah.
about, if that road could use some attention. And then if we're going to do that, you're probably gonna wanna put curb and gutter and
Storm sewer.
storm sewer
I
and,
really want storm sewer.
because of the shop yards,
Yeah.
obviously.
So is this something we could get funding for, LRIP or something like that?
Yeah, because, we're hearing word that they're going to have that supplemental program again this year.
Okay,
So I haven't seen the application yet, but the last one was a 90-10 split, so 90%.
nice.
Yeah. Not all of them got that. I mean, you have to check a box in there if you would take less than the 90-10, which a lot of people did.
Really?
So that might be one that we would kind of throw our
That'd be
hat
great.
in on that project. for.
What's the pacer rating for Galahad? Do you guys have any idea off the top of your head? Is it one of, let me ask it another way, is it one of our lower pacer ratings?
No, because actually
This-
the street is in good shape. It's just very up and down and kind of the slopes and stuff aren't real good on it.
Right.
But the street itself, don't hold me to this, but I think is like a 7.
Okay,
You know,
It
I
is
mean,
a 7.
It's-
Yep, there's only 1-4 at Galahad Road North and Galahad Place North. Other than that, looks like it's 7s.
7. And those get rated this year.
yep. You gonna rate them
So,
again? Okay.
yeah.
So that was from how many, was that a year ago or
That was
two?
last year,
Last
because I
year?
Yeah.
did
Okay,
it by mistake last year.
okay. That's all right. And what, you have to turn them in what, every 2?
2 years.
Okay.
2 years,
Yeah,
yeah.
they got to be updated every 2 years.
All right, any questions about the CIP plan?
Any idea, Patrick, what the total is? for this?
Dollars?
Yeah.
No, I do not have totals. I'll have to work with Kevin on that and maybe get some
Yeah.
updated prices on that. I don't have any. It just throwing them out there, I guess, for right now. I'll leave this on.
We're definitely gonna need Wisconsin Street, right?
Yeah, that one's all in the works.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
going.
So that one's gonna,
We kinda have an idea of what that dollar amount is, don't we?
Yeah.
To the village?
yep,
Was 350.
somewhere around there was, yeah, your share of it.
Okay,
So that one I'm anticipating starting right off, beginning of the season, construction season next year. Because that one has a deadline, if I remember right, of October of next year. It's got to be completely done and closed out.
right.
So they'll have to hit that one hard right away.
Okay, so our budget meetings are gonna happen pretty soon. Do you think we can get the, well, they start up in October, right? We're usually done by mid-November. So could we get these dollar amounts? Do you guys think you could get those
Sure.
before
Yeah.
we start the budget?
Sure.
That's not a problem.
Any other questions?
Is there,
Anything else you want in the budget? I guess when we get to the detailed budget, we'll address that again, but this is for capital, at least. I can't think of anything else either. Are the goats up and running, by the way?
No.
How close are we on the goats?
I'm trying.
Okay. And is that something that we should budget for next year and continue to use?
I think we should, but that's
All
up
right.
to you guys.
What do you guys think?
Well, I don't know. Let's see how they do in year one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the goats, but
How long are we gonna have them?
Well, as
I
long
think we
as
need a
can.
goat intern.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Do put an intern in.
we have an intelligent
next year's
goat that can do
budget. Yep,
GIS
the GIS. like
and
you
take
were
a
Oh, that'd be
part-time job
sweet.
in that.
I like that idea. Okay. Anything else under capital? Item number 8 is future goals and agenda items. Anybody have anything you want to add to the agenda?
So is it next month then that we'll take a look at the proposed budget? And then do
Soon
we
as-
approve something for finance, or how
Yeah,
does that happen?
Eventually, she brings something out to Patrick, and he brings it to us, and we go over it, and we discuss it with him, what are his priorities, what are the dollar amounts, and then that goes to finance, and finance meets and goes over those budgets and tries to hammer out an entire budget between all the departments. All the departments are sitting at that meeting and trying to get that stuff done. And usually it's done before December 1st, if I remember correctly,
So will we be making recommendations then for finance, or
We
how does
can.
that? Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
If there
All
are,
right.
like this intern idea he had, if we want to submit that we want to put money in the budget for an intern to help us with the GIS, for example,
Mm-hmm.
those are the kind of things that this committee would bring forward to the finance committee.
Super.
Do we have any agenda items? Well, now, we're going to be, there's going to be a quarterly meeting set up now that we've signed off on the water.
And that's totally signed off now.
As far as I know, it's completely done, yeah.
Okay.
I was told that was sent off.
Yeah, it was sent off, I think, a week ago.
No, yesterday.
Yesterday? Oh, this
Or
Monday.
Friday.
I was thinking it was the previous Monday.
No.
Wow.
Whatever. Anyway, it's off. So then, at this point in our meeting, or maybe under director report projects and reporting updates, we're gonna start adding items that we think should be in that agenda between the village and the city, related to water. So I want you guys to be thinking about that, and for our next meeting, we'll definitely want to see if we can add anything, and ask Patrick if there are things that are.
So,
So
Can-
I'll take one example. You know how we get that sanitary sewer report?
yeah.
And it has grades on there, things that need to be worked on in both the city, and I'd say we want to take a look at that, the most recent one that we've got, which is what year do we have?
2021.
I think those are done, what, every,
It's just done.
Yeah, I thought we had just gotten.
Just
All
done.
right.
So maybe if you would mind including that in our next packet,
Sure.
or just mail it out to the folks here.
So this committee's role in that will be to forward, there's another committee that's reviewing it quarterly, is that right? And we're just forwarding information to that committee, or are we actually reviewing the
We're forwarding
performance?
it to that committee, and
Okay.
I'm not sure who that committee is yet, who is actually going to attend those agenda meetings. I believe there were named people in the contract, the administrator
Yep,
is in there, and I forget who all was in there. He's in there, the administrator's in there. It might be just those two. I might be going, or whoever is chair
okay.
might be going, and I think that's it. It'll be 2 or 3 of us, and then we'll sit down with 2 or 3 of them. Hopefully, it's only 2 or 3 of them.
Well, that's a minimum.
Yeah, that's
It's
minimum.
3 people, the mayor, administrator, and director.
Okay. So what would be helpful for this committee, for you, Patrick, when you're, forwarding stuff up? Or are you just reporting to us and we're just saying, okay,
Well, the administrator will take our suggestions for that agenda
okay,
and forward our agenda items over to the city
okay,
and get their input for the meeting as well, and we'll get one agenda between the 2 municipalities. And then they will set a meet date, and they'll meet once a quarter.
But at some point, there's some evaluation, right, or ongoing evaluation of how
Yeah.
that agreement's working and if
Yep.
they're producing what they're producing?
Exactly, yep.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff that I will bring to you guys.
Okay,
And then we would discuss and see, hey, is that something we want to talk about or not, or?
Does that need to be on the
Yep.
agenda?
okay,
Like if there's an item in the sanitary sewer that's not being taken care of, and we are like, why isn't it? So we'll go to the city and say, why isn't this being taken care of? Those are the kinds, that's just one example.
We'll just have to wait until we get into it. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know.
So,
There'll be a learning curve.
I feel like that's a pretty major part of our infrastructure.
Yeah.
Should that just be an agenda item? And if we have nothing to report, we have nothing to report. But at least it keeps us on the agenda, and we can say, "Hey, just a heads up, we had our meeting. Here's what happened,
Sure.
or here's what's coming up." Do you feel like that's a good idea or not?
I do,
I'm
yeah.
okay with it. We had discussed it, and we discussed whether we should add one for this meeting, and I said, well, we do have a goal and agenda item up here already.
Okay.
I didn't necessarily want to make it I wanted to talk to you guys about it in
Yeah.
this meeting.
Yeah.
But if you guys think that we should have an additional line item, discussion of water agenda,
Yeah.
quarterly water agenda.
yeah, I think we should take a look at that agreement, or maybe Patrick already has this, and what are the things that, we expect as far as the service level and the outcomes, and then, just do a little report on each of those items every meeting so we can see where we're at if they're being met, not met, if there's issues. And then those issues would be the things we forward.
Sure. Sounds good to me. I
They're
can do
doing
that.
testing, for example, of our mains now for us,
What do you mean?
the water testing.
Oh, yeah.
Do they create a report when they're doing that, or are you informed of when they're doing that, or how does that work?
I haven't been in the past, but I'm guessing that should be something, I think
Yeah,
that's
I-
something in there that,
I'm thinking that'd be one
We should
item
know.
where we could say, hey, can we see that you're doing the water testing and what it looked like?
Are they flushing
that is
hydrants?
in the contract, so.
Right.
Any correspondence, yeah.
Flushing hydrants and how many are being done, those kinds of things?
Yep.
Okay. So why don't you put it between 8 and 9? Quarterly water agenda.
6 and 7.
Well, that's fine, wherever you want it.
I just want to be different. I'm messing with you. Something I forgot to bring up, or now would be the good time to bring it up, is I think we, or you guys as a committee, should discuss the snowplowing contract and what we want to do, because that's part of my budgeting, and how you want to proceed with that. But
Mary,
you don't have to talk about it now.
Mary, are you
Just-
familiar with it?
We'll put it on.
No.
Could you send her a copy
Let's
so
not.
she's up to speed?
Yeah, no, I can. Yep.
And you might as well send it to all three of us. So,
Yep.
and I think we put that on next month's agenda.
Yep. Yeah, we should.
I guess I'm wondering, could you get from Nathan what the overage over under was on that? You know what
Sure.
I mean by that?
Yeah.
We pay the under, right?
Well, the thing is, if we the contract was, I think, for $7,000, and they're a backup to us.
Yep.
So if we don't use them, we still pay them the $7,000, and I want to know where that fell out. And that'll be important to our discussion.
Yep, for budget.
Yeah. We've always felt it's a good thing. At one point, we were thinking, well, we can do this on our own, and at another point, we're going, man, there have been some times where we've gotten really stomped on. And so having Zappa right here, and now are we still dealing with Zappa, or somebody else up there now?
Oh,
I don't know if
Gary, I believe. I don't.
Okay, I'm not.
I haven't heard anything else.
Okay, well, that's something else we'll have to investigate. I heard he sold, but then I'm not sure.
Oh,
Working on it, I heard.
Are working on it? Okay. So yeah, that's something you should investigate, obviously,
Sure.
too. Are we dealing with Gary on the next contract?
Mhm.
Because
Okay.
that could change the contract all by itself.
yep.
Okay. All right, anything else? If not, we are adjourned at 5:53 PM. Thank you.